pretty prone to this type of car, especially this particular year. Um, it's pending moisture. So the more moisture there is, the more likely it is that I'll have the issue that I'm having. Um, what happens is, let me see if I got a light. This thing right here, sorry. This thing right here, it's got a rod that goes into it and turns a little piece on the inside that changes the contacts depending on which key position it's at. And condensation from the windows somehow gets into that piece all the way onto the steering column. If you're sleeping or living in your car, this is even more prevalent because you're constantly breathing. Anyway, the water gets in between the two pieces of metal for the contact. It creates a bit of a burn and a spark and creates a carbon deposit. It also eats out parts of the metal, and between the carbon deposits and the pockmarking in the metal, which reduces the surface area, it basically makes it so that you're not getting a full circuit. There's not enough contact for it to get the full charge through to do what it needs to do. So I'm stuck here until I can tear that off, which will be in the morning. It's already morning, it's 2 a.m., but 4 a.m. I can go over to the park over there, the skate park, and try to get some sleep. I gotta turn this stuff in the morning though, so I gotta try to get sleep now. I'm hoping, if I let it sit for half an hour, 45 minutes, sometimes it'll kind of collect itself a charge and it'll give me a chance to try it one more time. And if that works out, great. If not, hopefully somebody here will see me stuck in the parking lot and offer to help me a hand. I hope. I can barely keep my eyes open, but I know as soon as I lay down to go to sleep, I'm gonna have a goddamn panic attack about the fact that I can't possibly make the money that I need to make, and do all the court stuff, and go through the paperwork, and all of this all in the morning. I can only do one of those, and that's the problem with everything stacking up the way that it does. When it takes you 6 weeks to turn in your predators, and you're being victimized that entire 6 weeks, it's 6 weeks. All right. I only had to coast about the last 20 feet down to the parking space. See, that's the thing that bugs me about it, is that it just cuts out while driving. And that's what gives me the indication. When it cuts out while driving, then I've got about 3 or 4 more starts before I gotta unscrew that little piece, take it off, take a file to the contacts, and try to file off as much of the carbon deposit as I can. Also, when it creates pock marks, it also does little micro welds that are on there. So the file helps to break down the micro welds, make them so that they're close enough to flat with the surface that you get more surface area and of contact. Whereas if it's a welded bump on there, it's only the very tip of the bump that you're getting electrical contact through, and that'll heat everything up, and it sucks. Alright, you know how we end these videos. Good to be radio. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper, and no victim left behind.